Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, the Assassin. Tim Duncan, the Big Fundamental, the greatest power forward in NBA history. Two icons of a generation, arguably two of the top 10 greatest players of all time. But as we near the end of the Kobe Duncan era, we can only compare and ask who was the better player and who's had the better career. What's up, guys? This is JK Closer.
And I'm P.O. Smooth.
Today we're going to be talking about who we think had the greater career between Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan. For this video, we're going to use a lot of facts and a lot of stats, but we're also going to use our own opinions and how we interpret those stats. The way we're doing this is we compare each of them in a different category, and we give them a point for each category we think they beat the other guy in. So if we think Kobe Bryant had better career accomplishments, he gets a point in there. So we tally them up at the end, and we get the better career. The categories will be accomplishments, rookie stats, career stats, best individual season, career high stat line, clutch play, playoff play, head-to-head, and who we think would win going on. At the end, we'll also talk about who we think is more box office, who we would draft, who's the more skilled player, and just overall who the better player was. And with that, we'll figure out who the better player was and is. Now, before we get started, let's not forget we're comparing two different positions and two entirely different players. Kobe Bryant is a guard first and foremost, and basically the rule of thumb is when you're comparing a guard, you're kind of looking at the points and assists, and when you're comparing, or evaluating big men, you're looking at points and rebounds. Both of these guys are much more than their typical guards and big men respectively. However, that's how generally comparisons are done.
Alright, so let's get started with this first category. We got accomplishments. As you can see, pretty similar up top. You got same amount of rings. Tim Duncan's got one more Finals MVP and one more regular season MVP. Jay, what are your thoughts?
Well, just based on this little graphic right here, you can kind of see they're even. They're just about even in accomplishments, main accomplishments. Tim Duncan has the edge in Finals MVP and MVP. So just based on that, you'd be led to think, oh, Tim Duncan's a more accomplished player. But I think Kobe, we could sit here and list his individual accomplishments. I'm talking like the third highest scorer in NBA history with over 32,000. The only guy in the top 20 scores that's not the top 6 scorers with 6,000 assists. The 81-point game is second greatest scoring output. just the offensive dominance. Before LeBron came around, he was the youngest in practically everything. So in that regard, he has so many of those, individuals that truly, an MVP is individual, quote unquote, accomplishment, but it's really about your team, how good your team goes. But Kobe Bryant has a lot of those kind of really individual accomplishments. I think that puts him a little bit over Duncan. Duncan has his things, man. Duncan leads the league in win shares among active players, and that includes Kobe Bryant, who's number 5 behind LeBron, KG. Duncan is number 1 in that. So, the blocks. He was top 5 in blocks as a 37-year-old. That's an accomplishment in and of itself. So, both players highly accomplished, especially Kobe more on the offensive side, Duncan more on the defensive side. But Kobe Bryant's just always been that kind of outburst and energetic kind of player. So
his accomplishments just pop out more.
Yes. So yeah, Kobe 1-0 starts off right. So next we got their career stats. Now we got a nice cool 25, 5, and 5 for Kobe, 45% shooting, 19 and 11 for Duncan, 50% shooting, 2 blocks per game. That's pretty good. And then the player efficiency rating. For those who don't know, that's basically just saying all the good stats that you see here: points, assists, rebounds, steals, all those good stats, efficiency. You add that in, then you subtract the negative stats. So that's basically what PER means. So you see Kobe with 23 PER, Duncan with a 24 PER. So Duncan's, generally, according to that stat, added a little bit more to his team, but it's one statistic. Who do you think got this one?
I don't know. It stands out to me, Tim Duncan's career average of a double-double, along with the 2 blocks a game.
As a almost 7-footer, but
that's still great though. He's not that athletic, and he still gets it done. So
true. But yeah, it's got to be a tie for that one.
Yeah.
What we got next? We have the rookie stats. Now, Kobe Bryant came out of Lower Merion High School at the age of 17, 96. Tim Duncan came out of Wake Forest a year later, first pick, whereas Kobe was 13.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these stats aren't very inspiring. They're not good by any stretch of the imagination for Kobe, but obviously coming out unrefined in high school. Tim Duncan, however, as you can see, I mean, his numbers are up there in rookie years all time. I mean, what I think is interesting is most of these numbers are better than his career averages. So as a rookie, he came prepared to dominate. I mean, rookie of the year by far, easily. So yeah, this one easily goes to Tim Duncan, 2-2. Next we have...
Now we got each individual player's best season. Single season best averages. Okay. So for Kobe, you got the 05-06 season at 35 points a game, about 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Then you got Tim Duncan with the 01-02 season with 25.5 points, almost 4 assists, and almost 13 rebounds. So this one's very interesting. What are your thoughts on this one, Jay?
Well, as you can see for Kobe, just amazing. I mean, like we said, Kobe's the kind of guy whose stats stick out. Like 35 points per game. Wow. 5 assists. 45 field goal percentage, not great, not bad. 28 player efficiency rating. For those who don't know, the league average is about 15, and the really great players get anywhere from 25 to 31. Wilt Chamberlain has like the record for the best, and I think it's like about 31, 32. So it just shows you how great Kobe Bryant was this season. And then just the numbers stick out, but what doesn't stick out right now is the fact that this is the season he had 81 against Toronto, 62 in 3 quarters against Dallas, 4 straight 50-point games, 7 40-point games in 1 month. I mean, you could just go on and on about this guy that year. And he elevated Smush Parker and Kwame Brown to the playoffs. While for this guy right here, Tim Duncan, he was doing work in 2001, 2002. San Antonio was second in the conference. I mean, he got his first MVP this season, so that's a little bonus for him. Although we've said that's kind of a team award. But what stands out for Tim, 26 points for a non-scorer, that's legit. 13 rebounds, 2.5 blocks, 40 minutes per game. I mean, 27 PER. You'd think it'd be higher, but I mean, that's just how it is. That's what he contributed to his team in this year. But like we said, he did win the MVP. For this one, PL, who you taking? What would you think?
Oh man, I mean, you got to go with Kobe. It's just a legendary season.
Yeah.
There's no arguing that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so we got the fantasy season. PL, unwrap this one for us.
All right, so we came up with this little concoction here where basically we call it the fantasy season, as he was saying, where you take each individual stat, you find their best average amongst their career in a certain season, and then you lump all of those averages together into one season that we call the fantasy season. And it's very interesting. Obviously, both are amazing numbers. I mean, this is crazy. But Jay, drop some knowledge.
All right.
What are you thinking?
So we got the Mamba on the screen right now. 35 points, obviously no 506. What I like is, it shows he can get the assists when he wants to. For his career, he's about 4.5. 6 assists that's pretty good, especially for a scorer like Kobe Bryant. But even more, the 7 rebounds. As you saw, he just got an offensive rebound to win a game. I mean, he's always been an excellent rebounding guard, and everything kind of stands out. You'd like to see the 46% field goal a little bit higher. You'd like to see the 3-point is incredible, 38% from 3. I mean, that's really, really good. 28 PER. So everything's really solid. Never hit the 50, 40, 90 mark. That's for shooters. But yeah, Kobe's never been a shooter anyway. But yeah, Kobe Bryant, just eye-popping stats. Gonna be tough to beat. But the big fundamental. How about you take this one?
I mean, I really like this little stat that we put together because you get to see what he did best in each stat. So like 25.5 points. We already covered that 01-02 season. You got the 4 assists, 13 boards, the 3 blocks, 55% from the field. I mean, this guy is crazy. 27.1 PR, a little bit. I mean,
it's still good. I
thought it would be above Kobe's, but it's still up there for sure. I mean, it's just very interesting. So I don't know who I would take here. I mean, I think Kobe's is more complete. I feel like,
Yeah.
So
I agree. I mean, Tim Duncan, it's amazing. It's amazing when you think. What stands out is like these look like pretty much his career averages outside of scoring. I mean, the scoring is up, but everything else kind of stays the same. In his rookie season, that's where we got his highest field goal percentage. So from that perspective, you wish he could have improved that every year, like a LeBron did, or those kind of players. But
you got to give it to him for keeping consistent even through old age.
Yeah, true. For that one though, Kobe definitely gets it.
Gotta go, Kobe. Mm-hmm. All right. So next we got playoff stats here. We got 25, 5, and 5, 22 PER for Kobe. Then we got 21, 13, and about a 25 PER for Tim Duncan. So what are your thoughts on this, Jay?
For me, they both kind of stuck around where they typically are for their careers. The numbers really don't change for players. If you average 20, you're generally going to average 20 in playoffs, career, whatever. However, for the Mamba, what I think is interesting is the fact that his playoff numbers are a little bit down. The points is up by 2 compared to his career stats. It's up by 2, but everything else is down. I mean, 4.7 assists is a little bit down. 5.1 rebounds a little bit down. I mean, efficiency's down. So for a great player, I think you have to up it in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Whereas Tim Duncan's stats, he goes up to 19 to 21. He goes from 11 to almost 12. I mean, almost everything kind of goes up. Mm-hmm. And the PR goes up, which I think is the biggest thing. The player efficiency rating goes up in the playoffs for Mr. Tim Duncan, while for Bryant, it goes down by a little bit. So, I mean, for this one, I think Tim Duncan draws almost even. So Kobe's still up 4-3, but Duncan gets that one. All right, next category, we have their head-to-head. So what you see on the screen right now is Kobe Bryant's stats versus Tim Duncan in the regular season. So as always, they kind of stay around the 25, 5, and 5 range. A little lower, which doesn't surprise me because the Spurs they're a heck of a team for anybody. He's won 21 out of their 49 games. So in the regular season, Duncan kind of has the edge over him. What does stand out for me right here is 42% field goal percentage. That's bad even for Kobe. I mean, that's pretty bad. For Tim, however, actually he kind of drops off too. Now I look at it, his stats are they're about the same as well, 20 and 11, 19 and 11, but the 45% field goal. Granted, he's always been guarded. I mean, especially in the early Laker days by Shaq and by Ori and those guys. But I mean, for a big man to be shooting 45%, I don't like it. I don't think that's gonna hurt Duncan in this category. I feel like. What we got here? Okay, yeah, here we got playoffs. Their playoff numbers against each other. So as against the regular season where Kobe lost a few more games to Duncan, Kobe's actually has an edge in the playoffs with 18 wins to Duncan's 12. Both stats are, through the roof because in the playoffs, especially against each other with the whole Spurs and
Lakers rivalry.
Yeah, they elevated each other's game. So 28 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds for Kobe. 47% field goal. That's great for Kobe Bryant. 35 from 3.
For a shooting guard, I mean, that's...
Yes, I mean for Kobe, just that's because he's still the Mamba, but still. And then Tim Duncan, again, great stats. About 14 rebounds with the likes of Shaq in their early years, Pau Gasol later years. I mean, wow.
The 2.5 blocks.
Yeah, out of the 7-game series, Kobe's won 4, and has significant championships in those times he beat Tim Duncan in the early 2000s. So for that one though, we're gonna have to give it a tie. I think each player gets a point for that one because you really can't give one over the other. I feel like. Next category, we're gonna look at clutch performance. Now, for those of you who don't know, being clutch simply just means performing when it matters most. At the end of the game, when your team needs a shot like Kobe right here, when your team needs you to go up and hit the game winner or a game-tying shot, you do it and you deliver. Mm-hmm. Now, Kobe Bryant has the most game winners in NBA history. Not the best game-winning percentage because he's taken a whole lot. He's made a whole lot, but he's missed even more. So, I mean, He's one of the clutchest players of all time, but percentage-wise, Tim Duncan's actually better percentage-wise because according to SB Nation, Tim Duncan shoots 46% in the clutch in closing situations in the last 2 minutes of the game, while Kobe's like 29%. So
39%.
39%, yeah. However, I mean, it's Kobe here. It's Kobe. I mean, if I had to pick somebody, I'm going with Kobe in this one. I think Kobe's a more clutch player. Just the creativity and the confidence to take those shots. Next, we got one-on-one. I think again, Tim Duncan. Neither can guard the other, but it's Kobe Bryant, and he's a one-on-one player. He even said this, man. Michael Jordan said the only guy he thinks. I mean, he was joking around, obviously, but he said the only guy he thinks could beat him one-on-one, Kobe Bryant. So,
but this is tough because if Tim Duncan gets the ball, it's make it take it. He just backs him down and posts him up. But like you said, I mean, it's Kobe. He's got it all. So
yeah. All right, so P, I'm gonna throw this one to you. Who would you draft? Given if you go back 20 years now, you have to pick one of these players. You've seen their entire careers. You know what they've done. Who would you draft for your organization?
Oh boy. Well, for me, there's two different aspects to this question. You can think of it as a general manager perspective, and definitely Kobe, no question, because he's going to bring in the most money. Obviously, he's flashy. He's got the moves.
He's got the sauce, bro.
He's got the sauce.
Look at him here. Oh
my goodness.
The Mamba.
He's just got the swagger to him. He's got the shoes, the Kobe's.
Oh yeah, we got to get them Duncans.
The Air Duncans. No, but yeah, I'll go with Kobe in that sense, just to bring in the money, ticket sales, everything. But then Tim Duncan as a coach, for me as a coach, I don't want Tim Duncan because you know what he's gonna bring in and night out. He's gonna average around 20 points, 11 or 12 rebounds. He's gonna fulfill his role, and he's not gonna give you any problems.
And with Kobe, you know what you're gonna get with Tim Duncan. You don't know with Kobe. You could get 81 points.
Exactly.
81.
I'm a consistency kind of dude. I mean, it's tough. How about you, man? What are you thinking?
Number 24, bro. There's no question for me, GM or coach. I think Kobe Bryant, he gets some bad rap sometimes, but he's the Mamba, bro. I mean, he does what he needs to do. I mean, these days, obviously coming off the injury, he's not playing well this season, but in their primes, or if I had someone with the potential, the talent, I could develop Kobe to be better than what he was. So, yeah, the Mamba for me, man. And now to end this, let's see. Who's the more skilled player? Who do you think has more skill?
This one is so tough because as I'm also a shooting guard, just as Kobe is. So it's shooting guards. I feel like they kind of have an edge in this situation because it's a more skilled position where you need to shoot, you need to dribble, you need to pass, it's faster paced, position to play at. And Kobe just has a wider variety of moves and abilities. And then with Tim Duncan, he has a small amount of moves, but he's like perfected those moves where he does not miss them often, no matter who's guarding him.
Well, I mean, Shaq and Lakers beg to differ, but yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but once again, it's the Mamba. I mean, I don't think there's any shot that Kobe Bryant cannot do. I think you just look at it. You don't even need to look at his highlights. Just the game. Just watch the game. He's comfortable in the post. He's comfortable outside of the pick and roll. He can be a shooter. He can dominate the ball. Whereas Tim Duncan, you kind of need to. He can't just do whatever he wants. If they cover him, what he does better than anybody. But Kobe can do what everybody does better than just about anybody. So yeah, I think Kobe Bryant's the more skilled player, definitely, and the overall better player. But yeah, I mean, you agree?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the tally, it's looking like we're gonna have to give obviously the career to Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe got the better career.
Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. Based on our comparison, Kobe Bryant has had the slightly better career and is the overall better player. Like we said, though, this is mainly our opinion, and if you have a different opinion or something else you'd like to add, please put it down in the comment section. Also, let us know in the comment section if you want to see any players or teams or maybe even coaches compared on our podcast discussions. If you like this video and you want to see our next podcast, please leave us a like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys. JK and PL signing out.